Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I'm John E156. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so tonight, at least it's tonight for me, I thought I'd do a little bit of a stream. And why not? And why not? Indeed. We're going to look at Just Train's Scottish East Coast Main Line. And my plan is to do this one here. High speed train, red and black, using Armstrong Powerhouse Valenta enhancement pack. Aberdeen to Plymouth. Okay, so no, don't worry, I'm not doing the entire run from Aberdeen to Plymouth, because that would be utterly absurd and impossible at the moment. Mainly because there is no Scottish East Coast Main Line that extends north of Dundee. And Plymouth is there. It would physically be possible to do Dundee to Plymouth. It would involve a couple of changes. So, in the interest of some simplicity, I'm just going to go from Dundee to Edinburgh. If you're hearing a sort of background whirring sound, don't worry about that. It's purely the PC fans. Okay, so here we go with drive 43102 on the Devon Scott. The Devon Scott, what a smart name. 0915 Aberdeen to Plymouth, between Dundee and Edinburgh Waverley, on a bitter cold day, year 2000. So get into your TARDISes, guys, and let's go back in time. Trust me, you've got loads of time to get into your TARDISes and go back in time. You would not believe how long it takes. Unless you already play Train Simulator and you know how long it takes for a scenario to load. It's absolutely insane. It's madness. The issue I've got is I've got so much on this in this game. It will not fit onto my SSD. If I could get this onto my SSD, it would be ideal. Perfect. It would load beautifully, but I've already got Fernbus on the SSD. I've got the operating system on the SSD. There's not enough space left for Train Sim with the amount of DLC that I've got. There's just not. It's not gonna happen. So in the meantime, how are you guys doing? Well, we're waiting for the eternity for things to load. Are we all good? Are we good? I hope we're good. By the way, if you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've missed the stream, don't worry, it will be appearing on YouTube pretty much instantaneously once we've finished streaming. Do feel free to give it a like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, let us know why. And if you feel inclined, click that subscribe button. And if you want to know when we're streaming next, either myself or Dave, who is Blackout Shadow, click the notification bell, and that will let you know when we are streaming next. I do feel that I ought to have some music playing while we're waiting for the loading to complete. Unfortunately, with the decent music, we'd just end up getting us copyright strikes. So that's not a thing. That's not gonna happen. It's a nice thought. If you want some music, actually, here's a thought. If you want some music while you're waiting for the screen to load, pop something on in the background in your bedroom or your living room or wherever you're watching, and feel free to do that. That's probably the better way of doing it. That won't get me any copyright strikes. Aha! The ICE3. Any of you played this? One moment, I want to say something interesting. Why has it gone to clag factor 1? I don't think we want that. We'll have clag factor 7. Right. This is a jolly old beast. The jolly old beast that we're going to be driving tonight. The good old HST. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get in, and then going to jump to the other end, and I'm going to put on the electronic train supply. ETS on. So now back to the front, back to the front, back to the front. It does make sense if you actually think about it. They put the reverser into neutral, cancel the AWS, and let's put some lights on. Dayhead. That'll do. That should have put the lights on the platform side. So if we go outside, no, that kind of worked. But what hasn't worked is that I haven't turned the tail lights off and put the markers on. There we go. That's what we're looking at. Now I'll let people on. Now I can actually confirm that this is pretty much this is pretty much what Dundee Station looks like. We have these dead-end platforms here, and if you go through there, you get to the exit and the cafe that's down there. Anyway, it's time for us to go, so let's do this. Let's put that reverser into forward. That's the only thing about the AP pack, it doesn't move it on the HUD. Brakes off. Draw power. And notch 3. Because it's Valenta. Oh, you've got to love that sound, haven't you? Unfortunately, we can only go to 50. Well, no, we're going to go up to 40, but there's a 25 right up here. So what I'm going to do is notch for it, just so we can get a little bit of a sound. Oh, that sounds so good. So we've got a 25 coming up as we pass the Science Centre and other university buildings. That actually picked up speed a little bit faster than I was expecting. However, it brakes a lot slower than you might expect. Well, no, it brakes fast enough, but the brakes release a lot slower than you might expect. Now, I happen to know there are some people on the platform up here, so I'm going to give them a toot. So that they know I'm coming. So here we are, the Tay Bridge. A very famous bridge. You may know it from tales of yore. Why is it famous? I will tell you in just a moment. Okay, so what you've got here, you've got some plinths sticking out of the water here. What these were the plinths that supported the original Tay Bridge. And I believe it was in the 19th century. The original bridge collapsed in a gale. Gale force, storm force winds completely wrecked the original bridge. Whilst there was a train on it, several people plummeted to their deaths down into the Tay there. I don't know if you dive deep enough. I don't know whether you'll actually still find the train, or whether that's actually been recovered. Well, we can put a little bit of a wriggle on here. But that's what these were. These supported the original Tay Bridge, which collapsed. And this new one has been put up. Which, to me, is a stormingly good bridge. I love this bridge. Oh, can I have some frames, please? Thank you. B Games, how you doing, brother? Nice to see you. So as we come across the Tay Bridge, beautiful, beautiful scenery, nice wintry conditions. How are our punters doing? Well, we don't know because we're outside. Okay, well I'm sure they're doing absolutely fine. To the guys on the other side of the bridge. Now I can put a little bit of a wriggle on. B Games, tell me, can you hear me all right? Am I too quiet? Am I too loud? Is the game volume too quiet? Is it too loud? Is it there at all, actually? So can you hear the game volume? Is there any game volume or whatsoever? And we're speeding. Yay. And we're speeding. Yay. And we're speeding. Yay. And we're speeding. Alright, why does that keep repeating? Oh. Alright, why does presumably because I just checked it on the own thing. But yeah, the audio is coming through. Well, it certainly is a bright, sunshiny day. As you come into Lucas, slowing it down. And doors. Half a minute late. Unbelievable. This is a fantastic route, though. I really do love it. Right away, driver! Fix some power first. Then into notch 3. God, this thing sounds so good. If I sound like I'm enjoying the sound of this thing too much, it's probably because I am. It's just such an awesome sounding beast. Let's whack it into notch 5 and see what we get. Oh my god. That is such a good sound. I love that. I really love that. Let's whack it up. Let's get it up to 85. So we've got a 65 coming up. So a lot of fun that we could have had has been stomped on the head. Frames, please. I'd like some frames, please. Okay, maybe for next Christmas. Okay, right. Approaching Cooper, which is why it's stuttering. will get this as we're approaching a station. It'll just stutter and maybe even frame hang for several seconds. Oh god, overshoot, overshoot. Oh, that's unreal. Oh, it doesn't really matter if the power car overshoots. Oh, scumbag. He took one of the carriages with it. Well, enough of them have got. Enough of them are on. It meant that the back carriage got on. That, in my view, that is justified. Go a little bit further forward so that the back carriage can get on. Okay, so we're going to be a little while. Meantime, let's have a look. Let's have a look at Cooper. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cooper. It's a beautiful place. I've been through. Oh, ooh! I think we found a spawn point. I think we found a spawn point right here. Ooh. Boop. 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 We found a spawn point. Anyway, let's get back to the train. Weather's looking, well, perhaps a little bit dodgy. Let's respond. Not with that. Not with that. Oh my God, Where's the driver guide button? They should have the driver guide button around here. Okay, we'll do it with the keyboard. love that sound. Okay, let's whack it in. How could you not love that sound? Seriously, how... How could you not love that sound? Just absolutely flippin' awesome. So we've got an 85 coming up. Oh, these brakes take so long to release. Oh, that does sound good. I do have installed the Armstrong Powerhouse Sky and Weather Enhancement Pack, but I think, as you'll see here, there's a little bit of glitchiness going on. It needs a little bit of an update, I think. And over here, you'll see the sort of blue sky poking through. Generally though, it's pretty bloody good. It's a good EP. But there's just some things that really need to be ironed out with it. This doesn't come down to the ground as it should, and occasionally you'll find it glitching off. Oh dear me. That's the problem with having C and V right next to each other. Other than that, the scenery is looking fantastic. Really, really, really nice. A little bit of speeding going on, but nothing to scream about. With the 170 going the other way. Ooh, there's a bit of clag coming out of this one. That's what I like. That's what I like. Fantastic. Oh, nice. Oh, the clagginess coming off that. Absolutely awesome. Okay, so we got a 60 coming up, so I'll just come off. Let's get the traction motors in. Let's try not to hit the microphone. I should be able to punch it up to 85. Right, let's give it some beans. Oh, smoky old thing, this one, isn't it? But I can't complain, it was my decision. Hello? Hey? Hiya? You having a nice ride? Better slow it down a little bit. Try the old traction motor, see what it does. That's holding it at 73.8. That'll probably do us. Okay, 73.7. It'll still do it. Considering we've got a 50 coming up. Look at these lucky buggers who live right next to the railway line. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. So we've got a 50 coming up. Put it on step 4 braking. Let's see what that does. Okay, step 4's too much. At this point, step 1 will do it. Right, that's it. That's and so coming into Kirkcaldy. I hope it's not a red. It's a green. Yay! Put that brakes on. Brake, brake, brake. Okay, we're late. Somehow, we're late. But we were going to be late anyway. When did you last get a train on time? Failed! Right away, driver. Thank you. Take power. And notch it up. The stupid thing is we'll probably be on time for the rest of them. There's always one on one of these standard scenarios. There's always one that you miss, that you can't make on time. I couldn't have got there any earlier without speeding, and I would have lost points for speeding. Although there's no points actually, because this is a standard scenario, but you know, it's a little professional pride going on here. I'm a little bit surprised you haven't passed AI. This is quite a busy line, to be fair, and the fact there's been no AI coming the other way. It's a little bit weird and bizarre. We would have passed some things, even if it was like 170s. We did pass 170, 170. We did pass one of them. I wouldn't like to be waiting for a train coming the other way. So you pass through Kinghorn. I'll live with that because it's about to go up to 65. Arriva, boss! Possibly. They look like Arriva. To be honest, they all look the same. So I'm guessing they're Arriva. That's a lot of buses. It's always a way, isn't it? You wait for ages and then 3 come along at once. That's why. They're driving in convoy. Nah, not really. There's always a reason why buses turn up late. Always a reason. It's not the driver just deciding to be slack. I can tell you that from first hand. If your bus turns up late, there is a reason for it. As we slide gently through Burnt Island, More power, Captain! She needs more power! Well, she's got more power. Beautiful though, isn't it? Isn't that just beautiful? Oh my god, what scenery. Oh, I love living in Scotland. I just love it. Four miles to Inverkeithing. Oh, this just looks awesome. And it's about right. It looks, it's, I can pretty much recognize where I am by looking at this, because I know this route. I've been up and down this route so many frickin' times. Let's see, my mother just lives just outside of Reading, and I have to take this route every time I go and visit her if I take the train. I have tried driving down to Reading from Dundee. It's not a happy drive. Oh my god. It takes so long. Ooh, 65. When did that happen? Oh, that's a single yellow. Oh my god. We better stop. And now it's yellow. Okay. Let's not hammer it. We know we're not going to pass the scenario anyway, so there's no real point in hammering it into any of the stations. So in the key thing, ladies and gentlemen. Scumbag, there's a 30 on it. Right. Oh, there's an HSD board right there. I'm a little bit behind it, but it doesn't really matter too much. My doors have opened! That's what counts. My doors have opened! Oh yeah. It's not the 825, darling. It's the 1122. But a nice. I like the announcement. I do like the announcement. It's just not really. Moved without warning. Oh, I've heard that so many times. Oh, I love that. Oh, here she goes again. Oh, oh. $12.01. Wow. That's 11:20. I'm sorry, platform 7? Sorry, platform 7? Yeah, I think we leave that because it's now making no sense whatsoever. Platform 7? As if! Oh dear me. There's 2 tracks coming into this this station. The train approaching platform 7. As if! That's not happening. That's really not happening. So we'll just let that all get on with it. I suspect it may have given me invocating. I guess we'll find out. It gave me invocating, despite the fact that I turned up there nearly 2 minutes late. Yet I turned up 30 seconds late for the stop before it. Kirkcaldy, and it didn't give it. It didn't give me Kirkcaldy. To me, that makes no sense at all. Tunnel hype! Right. I think we had a little bit of wheel slip there. Got a 40 coming up. It's not slowing down quite as fast as I thought it might. Not sure why we need to do 40 over the bridge. Unless Network Rail haven't been on the ball with shoring up these things. Maybe it's the council, maybe it's the local council that has to deal with that. More tunnel hype! Why am I getting wheel slip inside a tunnel? I'll notch it down one. Now I'll notch it up. I'm not stopping at Dalmeny. Bye bye Dalmeny. And across the 4th bridge. Now, if any of you have not seen the 4th bridge before, this is the 4th bridge. An absolutely magnificent piece of architecture. Isambard Kingdom Brunel, I believe, created this structure. I believe. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, do feel free to correct me in the comments when this goes up to YouTube. But I believe it's a Brunel structure. Because let's face it, he didn't do anything by halves. Toot the boy on the side of the platform, side of the track there. Amazing, amazing piece of architecture that bridge is. Never ever get tired of seeing it. I'll just past South Queen's Ferry. Yeah, so our next stop is Haymarket. Punch it, Chewie! Again, AP needs to look at this. So there's blue sky poking out underneath their sky and weather enhancement. It looks a little bit weird. Because even if there is blue sky after the cloudiness, it's not. Oh God! It's not. Doesn't really look like that unless you've got you're just under like a supercell or something like that. Otherwise it would just be overcast all the way to the horizon. But if you've got like a big block of cloud that's just sitting over the top of you, then yeah, you could get away with that. But oh my God. We're going downhill, aren't we? We're going downhill! We are definitely going downhill. So there's a 75 coming up, followed by a 90, but we better slow down first of all. Oh god, that didn't work at all, did it? Okay. Alright. And there's a 50 coming up, so I'm going to... As we pass Wraith Rovers football ground. And I'm going to start putting the brakes on. Oh god, that's not the brakes. Oh god, no, I don't want emergency. Right. Oh god, stop. Holy cow. AWS hype. Well, how nice of you to turn green just as I'm being forced to a halt. Utter scumbag. Take power. And notch 3. Because this is Valenta, it needs a little bit more of a kick up the backside to get it moving. Although, to be honest, I'll kick all of them up the backside just to get them moving. Doors open. Oh, cool. So yeah, doors are open. You can see the doors are open at each end. Gold. Right away! Take power! And whack it up. Oh my god. I've got to stop getting myself caught up on my own microphone. I've just moved the microphone because it was picking up way too much of my controller. My wheel movements when I'm driving like Euro truck and that. When my table moved, it moved. So I moved it off my table. Oh. Oh, yeah. Chancing frame rates. The net effect being, it no longer picks up all the juddering from my desk, but if I move my head too far to the left, I smack into it. So, so just occasionally you might get a thump, but that is me. That's nothing to do with the game. As we come into Haymarket, if anyone's wondering why am I driving with the F4 HUD up, it's purely because I like pushing levers. I could drive it with the keyboard, but I don't want to. I actually prefer it this way, where I can actually push levers around and feel like I'm a little bit more part of it. If I were to get rid of it, stop it. If I were to get rid of it, I'd have to be down here and I'd be pushing that and pulling that. And I guess on the HST, yeah, I could get away with that. I could do that. But there's a lot of trains that I drive that I can't do that, because I'd be down here looking for the controls, which are usually positioned around about here. And that'll be up there, no, there's nothing there, back down here, move the controls, look back up there. So for the sake of fun and ease, I keep the F4 HUD on. Oh. Oh, I'm in Waverley. Oh my god. I've missed a stop somewhere. Did I miss Haymarket? No, I stopped at Haymarket. Why didn't I realise I stopped at Haymarket? Oh, that's just weird. I thought this was Haymarket. But pretty awesome. 6 out of 7. That'll do me. I know the stop that I know the stop at the station did give me, but I'm happy enough with that. So yeah, that was Dundee to Edinburgh on the Aberdeen to Plymouth line. It would be so nice to be able to do Aberdeen to Plymouth when I've got the spare 4 hours, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know how long it's like to take, but when I've got a spare day, it would be hilarious to do that. All we're waiting for is someone to do Aberdeen to Dundee. Anyone out there listening? Little project for you guys. Okay. Well, that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to click that like button if you like the video, and subscribe if you want to know when we're going on live, either myself or Dave Black 8 Shadow, or at any time. Just let us, just click that notification bell and let us tell you when we're coming on. But until then, until the next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you all next time. The next time we do this.